She didn't leave because you're broke. She left because you're too predictable. You can't force attraction. But you can create moments that make her think about you when you're not there. This raw truth might make you uncomfortable, but if you're a man, you need to hear it clearly. She didn't leave because you're poor. She left because you're too predictable. Not because you don't have enough money. Not because you're not good enough. But because every time she closes her eyes and thinks about you, nothing shows up. No emotion, no curiosity, no excitement, no imprint. You've been there. You text her every morning. You check in every night. You're always present when she's sad, when she needs someone to listen. You think you're building a connection, but what you don't realize is this: you're becoming invisible. You're there so much that you're no longer present in her mind. Sounds familiar? You're always initiating, always available, always predictable. She knows exactly what you're going to text. She knows how you'll react. She knows you won't disappear. And when a man never disappears, he's never remembered. Psychology calls this scarcity. People don't value what's always available. They value what they could lose. And women are no different. They're not attracted to the man who tries too hard, but to the man whose life is so full that he doesn't need to try. Real presence doesn't come from always being there. It comes from contrast. When you show up, you bring value. When you disappear, you leave a gap. That gap is what makes her think about you. Not because you text less as some cheap psychological trick, but because you have something more important to do. If you're listening to this and feel hit, leave a comment with the keyword "not predictable." Not for me, for yourself. Because if you keep living the same way, loving the same way, giving the same way, the result will never change. In the next part, I'll show you why the more men try to prove their value, the more women overlook them, and how to become the man who, when he goes quiet, makes her start wondering. You can't force attraction, but you can create moments that make her think about you when you're not there. Let's say the truth most men don't want to face. It's the most painful feeling isn't rejection, it's being ignored. Sitting there with your phone in your hand, waiting for a message, seeing her online but not replying, it's asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Then you do what most men do. You try harder, you text more, you care more, you give more, and then she pulls even further away. You feel like a backup option. It's like someone who's always there but never the priority. You don't lack affection, you lack respect. And the bitter truth is this: the more predictable you are, the more respect you lose. Psychology explains this simply. People assign value to what they have to emotionally invest in to get. When all your reactions are predictable, her brain stops being curious. No dopamine, no challenge, no sense of conquest. You become a habit, and habits don't create attraction. Presence isn't about being there 24/7. Presence is the emotional weight you carry when you show up. If you're always available, always agreeable, always sacrificing, your presence becomes so light that it leaves no trace. Scarcity isn't a disappearing act used to manipulate. It's the natural outcome of a man who has a life worth living. When you have goals, passion, discipline, and clear standards, your time becomes valuable. And when your time is valuable, so is your attention. Contrast is what most men don't understand. If you're always the same, her emotions toward you stay flat. But if you have depth, principles, moments of closeness and distance that happen naturally, her brain wakes up. She starts thinking. And when a woman thinks about you when you're not there, you've already won half the game. So what's the solution? Not fake coldness, not texting tricks, but restructuring who you are. Step 1. Stop reacting instantly to everything. Not to play games, but to prove you don't live orbiting other people's emotions. A man with his own axis isn't pulled by every notification. Step 2. Build a schedule you respect. Train, work, learn. When your life is full, you don't need to pretend you're busy. You actually are. And that busyness carries a very different masculine energy. Step 3. Say less, but mean more. Predictable men explain too much. When you speak, speak with intention. When you're silent, let that silence carry weight. Step 4. Set standards. It's not about whether she chooses you. It is whether you accept how she treats you. When you're willing to walk away from what doesn't respect you, you become dangerous in a very attractive way. If you're starting to see that the problem isn't her, but how you position yourself, comment the keyword value. And if you want to keep going deeper into male-female psychology in a direct, no sugar-coating way, subscribe to the channel. The final part is where everything gets locked in. You can't force attraction, but you can create moments that make her think about you when you're not there. Now look at the whole story clearly. She didn't leave because you're broke. If money were the only deciding factor, every rich man would be happy in love. She left because you stopped creating emotion. And nothing kills attraction faster than a man whose every move is predictable. Lesson 1. Attraction doesn't come from giving more, it comes from becoming more. When you haven't built inner value, every external effort looks like you're begging for validation. Lesson 2. Real presence needs space. When you're always there, you leave no room for her to miss you. When you have your own life, your absence starts to matter. Lesson 3. Scarcity isn't a tactic, it's a lifestyle. A man with goals, discipline, and standards doesn't need to disappear on purpose. He's naturally unavailable for half-hearted connections. Lesson 4. Respect always comes before affection. If you don't respect your own time, energy, and emotions, don't expect others to do it for you. And the final, most important lesson: attractive men don't try to be remembered. They live lives so solid that when they leave, their absence is loud. If you truly want to change, don't just listen and move on. Start with one small decision today. Stop living reactively and start living with direction. When you shift your life's axis, women stop being the center. And that's the moment you become the center of your own life. If this video made you think, comment the keyword "not predictable" so I know you stayed until the end. And if you want to continue building a version of yourself that earns respect from the inside out, subscribe to the channel. Not to follow me, but to never lose yourself again.